This video I'm gonna go over which radios to pick if you are looking for a new radio or if you're just getting started with FPV. This is just my evaluation of which radio I've previously used and which ones I am currently using, or I still at least have in my pack. First of all, I started a long time ago with the betafpv Lite radio, and that lasted about 3 or 4 hours in a simulator before it broke. Instead, I got a Tango 2. And that I was using for a very long time until ELRS started getting traction and getting popular. Then I bought a Commando 8 from Iflight, which I used for a very short amount of time because I felt the gimbals were just too small for that radio. And it wasn't what I was used to with the Tango, at least. And my unit at least had problems with the fan. It started vibrating as soon as the fans turned on, and I really didn't want to use that much. So quickly, those three I wouldn't recommend. Of course, if you are using Crossfire, the Tango 2 is an absolutely perfectly fine radio. It does have some perks, like it's portable and it has a great premium quality feel. And if you get the Pro version, the sticks falls down and it just becomes super portable, which is very nice. But other than that, I don't really think I'm going to be using any of those radios anymore. So the three radios I have in my bag or on my shelf right now is a TX16 Mark II with built-in ELRS. I have a Boxer also with a built-in ELRS, and then I have the Pocket, and again with built-in ELRS, because ELRS is what I use on all my drones. So this way I can just use them for all my drones, and the bind phrase is the same, so they work across every drone. No matter what radio I use, it still binds whenever I power it on. These are the three ones I recommend right now. There are a few more that I'll mention after that I don't have, but I will definitely want to check them out. The first one I want to show you is the TX16 Mark II. I had this for quite a lot of years, and this is absolutely amazing. My problems with it is a large radio. I don't have the largest hands in the world. They are very nice gimbals. These are full-sized, and I used to have AG01 gimbals in here, but I swapped those over to a Boxer a little bit later. But one of the nice features of this as well is the color touchscreen, which I don't really use a whole lot, but it's very nice to have if you're using this radio. The reason I'm not using this as my primary radio anymore is the size. I don't really, it's a bit of troublesome to pack down in the bag, and it takes up a whole lot of space. And I needed something a little more portable and a little bit smaller. I didn't mind losing a touchscreen. This radio is for you if you don't mind the size of the radio and you really want a nice color touchscreen for the radio. Then this one is absolutely amazing. The next one I'm going to show you is the Boxer. Now this is what I use as my daily radio or primary radio, daily driver, call it what you will. This has also the full-size gimbals. I've upgraded those to the AG01 you can get from Radiomaster, and I use the Sticky 360 stick ends, that also from Radiomaster. This has the same size gimbals as the TX16 I just showed you before, but it's a bit smaller. What I did also is upgrade the antenna to be able to fold, so I can pack it down even smaller than before. This has worked for me for a long time, a couple of years now. Really fits my hands as it's a bit smaller, and also it is sort of semi-portable, so you can grab it and take it with you very easily, and it doesn't take up a whole lot of space after I modded the antenna as well. This radio is for you if you value portability and still want those full-size gimbals and don't mind losing the color touchscreen here, and you still want a very, very premium quality radio. The last radio I have is the Radiomaster Pocket. I got this after an interview with a podcast series on what it is with Toronto FPV, and he suggested this. The gimbals are small and they feel very plasticky. I think you can get the AG mini gimbals for it, so the CineOn gimbals, that might help a bit with the plasticky feel. But the shell is very plastic and it does feel a bit like a toy. And the stick ends are not great. I made some other ones with an M3 screw and then just put some regular stick ends on it, but they don't really fit in here, and that sort of defeats the purpose of the radio being portable. I have this because I want a small portable kit that I can bring with me, along with a small tiny 1S whoop and the goggles too, that are also tiny, and that just brings a whole sort of set that is very compact and can be brought to a lot of places without really taking up much room. I think you should get this radio if you value portability or the size or the form factor of this radio in comparison to the larger gimbals, and you want something a bit smaller that you can bring with you almost anywhere, then this radio is definitely for you. There are two radios that have come out since I bought these radios, and that is the GX12, which has built-in Gemini dual band antennas, so you have two frequencies, both 2.4 GHz and I think it's 900-ish megahertz, which is absolutely great if you do long range and you want to switch, or you want to use both at the same time with the Gemini to have better range and penetration for the signal. But I haven't really tried it out, so I won't go too much into details. But I think that one could be if you are flying both very long range or sort of mid-range freestyle and you want something that can do both, then the GX12 would be for you, I would say. And right as I'm making this video this morning, it just came up that Radiomaster now have released the TX15, which has, it almost looks like a small boxer radio, a smaller one, which already have the folding antenna and so on. So maybe you should take a look at that one if you want sort of a mid-sized portable radio with a foldable antenna. I haven't really checked it too much yet, but I'm definitely going to check it out and see if that is something that I can use in the future. Now let me know in the comments down below, what are your most important features on a radio? Which ones do you think has the most value and which one are you currently using? Thank you for watching and goodbye.